What's up guys, Josh from Strength Side. Today we're going over improving your ankle mobility, and I'm going to take you through my routine that I do for my ankles. So you can add this into your daily practice, or you can do it before you do squats like I am doing right now. I'm about to go front squat, so this is my routine that I do before I squat to make sure I'm optimizing my ankle range of motion. Okay, so if you don't know, if you have any limitations in the ankle, we have a great video on testing that. I will link it on the screen in the description. Check that out. But kind of an informal way to test is if you just stand here in kind of your squat stance and then just bend forward at the knees. Let those knees just go straight forward. And if you run into a lot of restriction, if you get any pinching in the ankles, then you know that we probably need to work on that. The other thing that we'll know is, do you have a limitation side to side? So for me, my right ankle runs into restriction before my left, so I know I got to put a little bit more focus there. Okay, so maybe you do too. So let's hop right into it. I'm going to start in a downward facing dog position, and we're going to get some stretch for that calf Achilles area. Okay, so to get into my downward facing dog, I'll take kind of a plank here, and then I'll just push my hips up and back, and keeping my heels down, I'll just kind of walk my hands back till I'm getting a good stretch in this area here, okay? A lot of it's gonna be in the hamstring too. And what we're gonna do is you're gonna take that ankle, if you have one that's a little bit tighter, you're gonna bend the opposite knee. So now I'm just putting a lot of stretch into my right calf area here, okay? I'm gonna hang out here. Some things that I can do is I can pull the toes up off the ground just to actively dorsiflex a little bit, get these muscles warmed up and going. I can kind of roll the ankle from side to side. I could also internally rotate the hip, bring the knee in, and then externally rotate. Just working on some different positions here while we're stretching, okay? Can bend this knee and do the other side. I'm gonna hang out here for maybe about 1 to 2 minutes, okay? Next, we're gonna hop right into an active dorsiflexion stretch. So I'm gonna get into a kneeling position, like so, and then all I'm gonna do is just send my knee over, kind of like my middle toes here, okay? And now I'm actively working on moving into this range, this dorsiflexion range here, okay? You can put the hands down if you want, work it like this, whatever feels good to you, but we're just actively moving into dorsiflexion. I'm going to control my range. I'm going to try to get as deep as I can, and then I'm going to push myself back out of it, okay? Switch legs. Here we go. In, out, in, out. On this foot, it's a lot, on this ankle, it's a lot easier, and that's how I know that right ankle needs more attention. Make sure when you're doing this, heel stays down, big toe stays down, okay? This is really important for carrying over into athletic movements like a squat. We always want that foot to be flat. We want big toe down, outside of the foot down, and heel down all the time, okay? So now we're gonna make this even more active. We're gonna do a split squat. So we do it this way. We're gonna work on this right side because it's more limited. I'm gonna take kind of a wider stance now. I'm gonna square my hips up straight, and then we're gonna do that same motion that we were just doing. We're gonna let that knee come forward over the middle toes, and then I'm gonna squat myself back up, okay? Here, I keep this back leg straight, really trying to get into this ankle and use it, okay? So I get in, I get to that end range, and then I push out of it. Here, here. See if over the course of doing these, if you can just keep sinking in deeper and deeper. Try to keep a neutral spine as well. Don't get too overextended here. Keep some tension in the abs. Keep that head straight forward, okay? Go ahead and switch. Boom. Trying to keep that knee from not hitting the ground on these. It's okay if it does in the beginning. If you need to start by doing this, it's totally fine. See if you can work to be able to keep that knee off the ground to really sit into this ankle. The other thing you can do, pause at the end. Hold in that deep dorsiflexion, okay? So this is also getting you warmed up. It's getting your blood flowing getting some pump to the legs. At the end of all this, especially if you're gonna go squat, sit down into your squat, okay? Spend some time here. You can kind of rock ankle to ankle, send that knee out forward over the toe to try to increase the dorsiflexion. What's going on here in the ankle, okay? All right, guys, that's the routine. It's pretty simple. You don't need any equipment, which is very nice. I always like the very low maintenance things that we do. We don't need much. If you like the video and you are increasing that range of motion in your ankles, go ahead and like it, leave a comment, let us know how it's working for you. Subscribe to Strength Side. As always, see you in the next one.